Hi Cody. I just wanted to introduce myself. My name's Jasmine Parasiers, Miss Parasiers, and I'm the research project coordinator here at St Mary's College. I just wanted to give you a bit of an intro into the research project specifically for you. And then I've on this resource I've attached this video to. I've sort of stepped out a range of video materials that we use and the complementary booklets that we use to help you to work through the project. Now, because we are hoping to fast track you through the project, I'm hoping that we can sort of liaise over the summer break just to make sure that you're not feeling overwhelmed, because research can be really like an isolating process because you're working by yourself. So please know that I'm on my emails all the time. Just flick through if you have questions. Always happy to touch base via Zoom or Teams to be able to just kind of talk through where you're up to and what's going on. I guess the really nice thing about the research project is that there's just 3 assessment pieces. It's not overly complex. If you just sit down, document everything you're doing, it's actually quite straightforward. In saying that, of course, you can make it as complicated as you want by really trying to, extend yourself. But because you are going to be doing this over the summer break, I feel like we should really just try and keep it as simple and as clear for you as possible. So I just wanted to talk through kind of our first booklet that we go through with our students, and kind of just give you an overview of what you're going to be working on. What we do here is have these booklets that explain each skill set that you need, and then we also have videos that go with that. I guess some of those videos are pitched at classes, so there might be things that they're talking about that you're like, I don't feel like I need to do that. That's totally fine. Please feel free to manage your own learning when you're documenting your evidence. I'm more than happy to have a look at it, and if I think there's something we need to add, I'll let you know. Pretty much, there's 5 parts to the research, but we submit these in 3 assignments. The first one is your planning and proposal and your research action, and all of that comes together for a folio that's made up of a maximum of 10 pages of evidence. And your annotations are part of that as well. So then you submit an outcome, which is like any research-based assignment you've ever done, and then an evaluation, which is a reflective piece. When you're working through, it's, I guess, really useful to use some of the materials that we've prepared. And in our course, what we would do is step through these booklets with information about what is ethics, what is the capability, all of that sort of stuff, before we start your research. Now, I'm going to give you all of these booklet materials, but I don't recommend you sit down and do them as like assignments like we would if you were here in year 11, because they are quite time consuming. I would recommend just reading them, getting your head around it, and then as we kind of launch into writing your planning documents and your proposal, you can draw on the booklets to assist you, especially when there's some language that you might not be as familiar with. We tend to stretch the folio out over a semester. So the folio has 10 pages, and of that, 2 of them will be planning. Then there'll be a proposal, and then there will be some research where you will analyze your sources and bring your argument together. And so that's what you can see is that green section on the screen: proposal, research. The discussion is an important part. It's part of your evidence on your pages. It's not a separately marked thing. It's just part of our process to make sure that you're staying on track. So please feel free to reach out as we're going through this. Then you do your outcome, and then you do your evaluation at the end. Oh, sorry, laptop's being crazy. I'm going to send you an example of a research project. Have a look at it. Have a sense of what we're asking you to do. There'll be the 3 tasks and they'll flow on. And then this is just kind of a few things, I guess, for you to look at and get a sense of, is there something in particular you'd like me to help you with? All right. So looking forward to working with you. Hope all is well. See ya.